The U.S. is watching what's happening in Syria with a very close eye and the breathtaking speed at which developments are unfolding there. It was on Saturday morning that a number of U.S. officials told my colleagues at CNN that the Assad regime could potentially fall within a matter of days. And now it seems like that timeline may have been far too long just because of how quickly the rebels have made advances there. Now, the U.S. position is very simple. It is not going to get involved in a civil war between the Assad regime on one side and a group of rebels led by a U.S. designated terror organization on the other side. But there are some 900 troops in a different part of Syria, and obviously what happens to the overall country is of profound interest and national security implications to the United States, and that's why they are watching so closely. The U.S. has and has had two missions, and those very much remain the same. First, protect its own forces, and second, the reason U.S. forces are there to begin with is to prevent the resurgence of ISIS, and that remains the mission. Here is National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan speaking at the Reagan National Defense Forum.
Well, it's important to start by observing why this is happening, and it's really happening for two reasons. First, Assad has been brutal and repressive to his own people and totally intransigent in terms of actually trying to provide a better life or better future for the people of Syria. And so the people of Syria are fed up. Second, Assad's backers, Iran, Russia, and Hezbollah, have all been weakened and distracted. And so he has not had the support from those three actors that he expected to be able to count on and has been left basically naked. His forces are hollowed out.
It is Sullivan's latter point that effectively set the stage for all of this happening. Russia has propped up the Assad regime for more than a decade. They're distracted, and their forces are diverted from everything happening in Ukraine. Iran's main proxy there, Hezbollah in neighboring Lebanon, has had its own issues as it's been decimated by Israeli strikes. And that left Assad vulnerable, and that is the situation that the rebels took advantage of. That means a war-torn country is in an even more chaotic, unstable state, and that's what the U.S. is watching very closely as it makes sure its own forces are safe there. As of the last check, there has been no force posture change to U.S. forces in Syria, but obviously this is a rapidly changing situation and one the U.S. will very much keep an eye on. Warren Lieberman, CNN in Simi Valley.